everyone, Max here, a developer that worked on the AI Watson AI. I'm making this video today to explain why Watson was made. We decided to create a new generation of technology that could find answers in an unstructured data set more effectively than standard search technology, and Watson was the result. Computers have never been good at finding answers. This is because search engines don't answer a question, they search for terms that match keywords. This is why we decided to attempt the grand challenge of making IBM and AI beat humans in the real game of Jeopardy! Recently, we put this to the test when Watson competed in the last week's Jeopardy! Let's take a look at how it went.
This is
Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Josh Zive from Candid, New Jersey. Now entering the studio are the two best Jeopardy players of all time. Luc Robitaille from Kingston, Jamaica, and Daniel Frankel from Wyoming. Just Wyoming? We don't know much else. Between these two legends of Jeopardy, we have the AI best known as IBM Watson, created by IBM. Best known for beating the former two best players of Jeopardy over 3 rounds. These are the topics for tonight. Kingston, AI, emotions, lamb, and COGS. Luke, you're up first, as you have made the most money at $1.7 million.
All right, I will take lamb for 100.
This animal is a baby sheep. Watson?
What is a lamb?
Correct.
Let's explain to you how Watson got this answer. Watson has a huge database of documents, books, dictionaries, encyclopedia, you name it. It learns by reading, meaning that it breaks up text in its database and picks up sentences apart by identifying the subject, verb, and object. The graph of these sentences, also called sonatic frames, are given confidence scores by Watson based on how many times the sentence was found and how many sources confirm the sentence. These confidence scores range from 0 to 1 based on how confident Watson is about them. The combination of a sentence and how its score is called a semantic frame. When searching for the answer, Watson identifies what is being asked for, in this case the animal, and finds subjects in the syntactic frames with similar words contained. These subjects are being called candidate answers. Watson then puts each candidate answer in place of this animal and sees which one produces the highest confidence score. In this case, Watson finds that lamb produces the highest confidence score, thus making lamb its final answer.
All right, Watson, what topic would you like?
COGS 200.
IBM's Watson analyzes a sentence semantically and syntactically. This is the approach of COGS 100 that would relate it to the most. Watson?
What is the linguistic approach?
Correct.
COGS 300.
IBM's Watson adjusts its neural network using backpropagation. This is the approach of COGS 100 that would relate it to it the most.
What is the emotional approach?
This is not the answer. Watson?
What is the network approach?
Correct.
Hello, my name is Luke and I am another employee at IBM that helped work on Watson. Sorry for pausing the middle of this amazing Jeopardy game, but I felt that I actually wanted to walk you through Watson's exact thinking process to get his answer. Now, you probably should already understand from my colleague what Watson does to get his answer, but I felt that it would be easier for you to understand if I explicitly told you how it worked with this example. Just to restate the question, I am referring to the question of IBM's Watson adjusts its neural network using backpropagation. This is the approach of COGS 100 that would relate to it the most. Watson first picks apart this sentence using its language processing skills. It then picks out the main subject of the sentence, which is IBM Watson adjusts its neural network using backpropagation. Then it analyzes this sentence to figure out the meaning behind the sentence. Watson breaks up the sentence into each word and categorizes them. In this specific example, Watson identifies the verbs of adjust and using, and then it connects it to a meaning of all the verbs with all the nouns in the sentence, like for example, Watson, neural network, and backpropagation. With Watson being able to understand the meaning behind each noun and verb, he is able to generate a meaning behind the entire sentence. Then, Watson connects this main subject part of the question with the more question side of the text, which would be this is the approach of COGS 100 that would relate to it the most. Watson then goes through the same process as he did with the main subject of the sentence and is able to find the full understanding of the question. Then, Watson uses his full understanding of the text to be able to create a formal sentence and searches web and databases with this question to try and find as many matches and answers as possible. I guess you could say it's not really a question because it's Jeopardy and you're sort of given the answer first. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's just the way that Watson thinks. So in this specific case, Watson would search through his database of COGS 100 and find matches of his question and answers given. And he would also find some answers online through probably some textbooks he's able to find, or just answers online, but it might be harder to find due to it being called COGS 100. But since he has the database of COGS 100 inside him, that's where he's going to be looking first and is able to find the answer. Now, the more sentences that Watson finds contributes to Watson's overall confidence towards this answer. In this case, I would assume that Watson had about a 0.7 confidence meter because you were able to find this answer in lots of places, but it's also a bit of a confusingly worded question, so Watson needs to work hard to be able to find all of these specific answers. Now I feel that I've done enough talking, so let's get back to this game of Jeopardy!
COGS 400.
With an input of its databases and an output of its answer, Watson uses machine learning. This is an approach of COGS 100 that would relate it to the most. Watson?
What is the artificial intelligence approach?
Correct! Watson's on a roll!
Kingston 200.
This university was built here, in Kingston, in the 19th century. Watson?
What is Kingston University?
Kingston University is incorrect.
Now, although all of us at IBM Watson want it to be perfect, sadly, it is not. This incorrect answer showcases the main weakness of Watson. Watson is not able to distinguish countries from one and the other due to Watson not using structured databases. Because of the fact that Watson does not deal with structured databases, the category of cities could be unsorted and more general. This allows Watson to collect data on many cities that could be named Kingston, ergo having the possibility of the AI being unable to differentiate between the two. The correct answer is actually
What is Queen's University?
Correct. And that was the last question left. Now it's time for the final Jeopardy. This chemical, often found in fish and algae, is the cause of flamingos turning pink. You have 1 minute to come up with an answer. Time's up. Let's see what you all wrote down. Daniel wrote carcinogens. That is incorrect. You wagered it all, and you lost it all. Luc wrote radiation. And this wager was $1. Not too confident, eh? Watson wrote carotenoids and wagered it all. That is correct. which means that Watson is the winner of today's Jeopardy! Tune in next week for Baby Jeopardy! I'm your host, Josh Zive from Camden, New Jersey. Good evening, everyone.
As shown in the video, Watson is capable of being even the best at Jeopardy! Even though it is sometimes wrong, he can get the job done 71% of the time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.